In the silent theater of life, every individual wears a mask, a veil crafted by their experiences, desires, and fears. Yet behind this intricate facade lies their truth, a truth that few dare to uncover. But what if you could master the art of reading people without them ever realizing it? What if you could pierce through their outer shell, not with malice or manipulation, but with the serene wisdom of a Stoic philosopher? Stoicism, that ancient philosophy of resilience and rationality, offers a profound framework for understanding others while maintaining control over your own mind. Through self-discipline, mindful observation, and empathy, you can unlock the hidden layers of human behavior. This is not merely a skill. It is a superpower grounded in philosophy, not deception. Let us journey into the depths of this power. Number 1. Read people like a book. The world is an open manuscript, with every person representing a chapter rich in complexity, nuance, and hidden subtext. Yet, many move through life as hurried readers, skimming the surface of others' lives, guided by preconceived notions, personal insecurities, or societal stereotypes. They interpret only what aligns with their biases, missing the deeper narrative. The Stoic, however, approaches each interaction as a patient and meticulous scholar. To truly read someone, they understand the necessity of first silencing their own internal noise, the judgments, emotional reactions, and assumptions that cloud perception. By doing so, they create a mental space where observation is pure and untainted. This deliberate quieting of the mind allows them to perceive not only the overt behaviors, but also the subtle cues and underlying motives that reveal the true essence of an individual. In this way, the Stoic turns every encounter into an opportunity for profound understanding, free from the distortions of personal bias. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. To read others effectively, discard your preconceived notions. Begin with a clean slate. Observe their actions, words, and gestures as clues, each contributing to a larger narrative. Just as a scholar interprets a text within its historical context, so must you interpret people within the context of their circumstances. Number 2. Stoic techniques for understanding others. Understanding others is an art that begins with understanding yourself, because only through self-awareness can you develop the clarity needed to perceive others accurately. Epictetus wisdom: first, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do, emphasizes the importance of defining your own values and actions before attempting to navigate the complexities of others. When you understand your strengths, weaknesses, biases, and emotional triggers, you strip away the filters that distort your perception. This inner mastery allows you to approach people with an unbiased perspective, unclouded by your own insecurities or projections. In the Stoic tradition, self-awareness serves as a mirror. Once your reflection is clear, it becomes easier to see others as they truly are, rather than as extensions of your assumptions or expectations. Only when you have tamed the chaos within can you observe the world with the calm detachment necessary for profound understanding. Mindful detachment. Avoiding emotional entanglement is one of the most powerful Stoic practices when it comes to understanding others. Emotional reactions cloud judgment, leading to biased interpretations of people's actions and intentions. To observe others effectively, you must adopt the mindset of an impartial judge, a figure who neither condemns nor praises but simply assesses based on observable facts. This detachment allows you to see things as they are, not as your emotions or biases paint them. When you step out of the role of a participant in someone else's drama, you gain the clarity to analyze their behavior objectively. You begin to recognize patterns, motivations, and inconsistencies without getting swept away by the tides of sympathy, anger, or personal investment. This is not about cold indifference, but about maintaining a serene inner state, enabling you to act with wisdom rather than impulse. By standing at this distance, you honor both your boundaries and the autonomy of others, offering clearer insights and more balanced interactions. Inner silence. Train your mind to listen beyond words, for what is spoken is often but a fragment of the truth. In the spaces between words, the pauses, hesitations, and changes in tone, lies a wealth of unspoken emotion and intention. Silence is where the essence of communication resides. When you attune your mind to these subtleties, you begin to perceive the undercurrents of a person's soul, the fear hidden beneath confidence, the yearning masked by indifference, or the vulnerability cloaked in anger. Stoicism teaches us that true understanding comes not from reacting to what is said, but from observing what remains unsaid. In the quiet, when the noise of our own assumptions and judgments fades, the truth reveals itself with clarity and precision. Thus, by embracing silence and cultivating mindful listening, you unlock a deeper, more authentic connection to others and to the reality that surrounds you. Situational context. Understand that every action, no matter how perplexing or irrational it may seem on the surface, is rooted in a specific set of circumstances. People are shaped by the pressures and influences around them, cultural norms, personal fears, past traumas, or societal expectations. To a Stoic, this insight is vital. When you encounter behavior that puzzles or frustrates you, resist the urge to pass immediate judgment. Instead, pause and ask, what unseen forces might be at play here? Perhaps they are acting out of fear of failure, seeking validation in a world that demands constant achievement, or reacting defensively due to unresolved pain. By considering the broader context, you gain not only a clearer understanding of their actions, but also a greater sense of compassion. This perspective allows you to navigate interactions with wisdom, recognizing that much of what we witness in others stems not from inherent malice or weakness, but from the weight of their unique struggles and environments. Number 3, nonverbal communication skills. Words are a tapestry of intention, often woven with threads of truth and deception. They can be crafted to conceal, to persuade, or to manipulate. The body, however, remains an unguarded canvas, painting the raw and unfiltered emotions of its owner. Stoicism, with its emphasis on rational observation and emotional detachment, trains us to become adept interpreters of this silent language. A fleeting smile that doesn't reach the eyes, a restless hand tapping on a surface, or a subtle shift in posture can reveal more than 1,000 spoken words. These nonverbal cues are the whispers of the soul, signaling discomfort, confidence, or anxiety, often before the mind has a chance to shield them with spoken defenses. The Stoic learns to observe without judgment, recognizing these signs as insights into the human condition. By focusing on the unspoken, you gain a deeper, more authentic understanding of others, allowing you to navigate interactions with clarity and wisdom. A slight shift in posture, an averted gaze, or a nervous tick, these subtle, often involuntary actions, serve as the unspoken language of the soul, revealing truths that even the most eloquent words might obscure. When someone's words flow confidently, but their hands fidget or their eyes dart away, the Stoic knows that the body is expressing a narrative of its own. Cicero's insight, "The face is a picture of the mind as the eyes are its interpreter," honors this reality. Our facial expressions and physical gestures are windows into our inner world. By attentively observing these cues, the Stoic transcends superficial communication, grasping the underlying emotions and intentions that govern behavior. This mastery of nonverbal communication equips them to navigate relationships with clarity and precision, discerning sincerity from deception, confidence from insecurity. In doing so, they maintain a balanced and empathetic perspective, engaging with others not just on the surface, but on a profound, intuitive level. Number 4. Psychology of reading people. Understanding the human psyche is crucial for interpreting behavior, as every action stems from an intricate web of internal forces. Stoicism, with its emphasis on self-awareness and rational examination, aligns closely with psychological insights into human motives and desires. According to Stoic thought, people do not act randomly. Their actions are guided by deep-seated drivers such as fear, ambition, love, or insecurity. Fear might compel someone to avoid confrontation, while ambition fuels relentless pursuit of success. Love can inspire selflessness, yet insecurity may lead to defensive or manipulative behavior. Stoics teach us not to judge these motives harshly, but to view them as natural responses to life's challenges. By recognizing these forces without emotional entanglement, we gain a clearer, more compassionate understanding of others. This understanding helps us navigate relationships with wisdom, allowing us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering deeper connections and mutual growth. The Stoic approach emphasizes understanding over judgment, recognizing that every action is driven by an underlying motive. When you encounter someone's behavior, whether it seems kind, hostile, or indifferent, pause and reflect. What inner need or fear might be fueling their actions? Are they seeking validation to soothe their insecurities, striving for control to compensate for a lack of certainty, or attempting to escape from an uncomfortable truth or situation? By asking these questions, you shift from reacting emotionally to observing analytically. This practice not only enhances your ability to decode behavior, but also fosters compassion, as you begin to see that even the most perplexing actions stem from a basic human drive for security or fulfillment. This clarity empowers you to respond wisely, maintaining your own composure while addressing the root of their behavior rather than just its surface expression. Number 5. Hidden emotions unveiled. Stoicism teaches us the art of emotional detachment, a practice that allows us to observe the hidden emotions of others without becoming entangled in them. While many individuals present a facade of composure, carefully crafted to conceal their inner turmoil or vulnerability, the Stoic cultivates the ability to look beyond this mask. By detaching emotionally from what is being outwardly projected, the Stoic remains grounded, seeing beneath the surface to the raw truths that lie beneath. This does not mean lacking empathy, but rather being able to understand and recognize these emotions without being swept up by them. The Stoic remains a calm observer, detached from the storm of someone else's internal conflict. In doing so, they can offer support or insight without being clouded by the same emotions that govern the other person's actions, achieving a deeper, more objective understanding of their true feelings and needs. This practice allows for a kind of clarity that can only come from a mind that is free from attachment and judgment, making it a powerful tool for those who wish to navigate the complex emotional landscapes of others. Seneca teaches us, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This insight applies not only to our own fears, but to the fears of others. Hidden emotions often stem from imagined threats or unresolved conflicts. By calmly observing, you can detect these undercurrents, allowing you to respond with empathy and wisdom. Number 6. Mastering social dynamics. Social interactions, at their core, are an intricate dance, a fluid exchange of power, influence, and connection that transcends mere words. Each individual in a social setting carries a subtle weight of unspoken motives, desires, and positions, all contributing to the complex choreography of human relations. The Stoic, however, understands that these dynamics are often governed by invisible forces, unwritten rules that dictate behavior and influence outcomes. Rather than engaging with the noise of overt gestures or surface-level conversations, the Stoic remains a keen observer, attuned to the subtle shifts in body language, tone, and the pauses between words. They perceive the power struggles, the subtle influence wielded by certain individuals, and the underlying connections between people. With this awareness, they can navigate the social dance with grace, never losing their equilibrium, while understanding the motivations at play without being swept up by them. By seeing through the facades, the Stoic maintains control, choosing when to lead, when to follow, and when to remain silent, all while ensuring their actions are aligned with their inner purpose and values. Hierarchy and roles. In any social setting, there exists an unspoken hierarchy, an invisible structure that dictates the flow of power, influence, and attention. The Stoic observes this hierarchy with a keen and detached eye, understanding that it is not always defined by titles or positions but by subtle cues, such as how people speak, who listens, and the energy exchanged during interactions. Those who hold influence are often the ones whose words command attention, whose opinions are respected, or whose presence shifts the dynamic of a room without overt effort. They do not seek approval, for they have already earned it through authority, expertise, or emotional resonance. On the other hand, those seeking approval may appear more eager to please or conform, subtly positioning themselves to gain favor or validation. The Stoic does not judge these desires, but simply observes them, recognizing the dynamics at play. By understanding who holds sway and who seeks validation, the Stoic navigates social interactions with precision, maintaining their own sense of autonomy while strategically aligning with the flow of power in a way that best serves their purpose, without becoming entangled in the pursuit of approval or the manipulation of influence. Conflict and harmony. In any social environment, subtle tensions or alliances often speak louder than overt actions or words. These dynamics are the unspoken currents that flow beneath the surface of interactions, revealing the true intentions of those involved. For example, the way two individuals might exchange fleeting glances or share a quiet conversation in a corner often signals an alliance, whether it's one of mutual respect, strategic partnership, or a more hidden agenda. Similarly, when a person's demeanor shifts in the presence of another, or when they suddenly become defensive, it may indicate an underlying tension or unresolved conflict. By keenly observing these shifts, the Stoic gains insight into the relationships at play. Who holds power, who feels threatened, who seeks approval, and who might be silently manipulating the situation. These tensions and alliances are the raw material from which the Stoic can interpret others' true desires, motivations, and objectives, without ever needing to rely on direct confrontation or verbal expressions. By observing these dynamics, you can predict behavior and navigate complex social landscapes with precision, understanding that the most honest expressions of intention often lie in what is left unsaid. Adaptability. Like water conforming to its container, the Stoic embodies an extraordinary flexibility in navigating social environments, yet remains unchanged at its core. Water takes the shape of any vessel it occupies, flowing effortlessly around obstacles, but it retains its fundamental nature, fluid, adaptable, and pure. Similarly, the Stoic adjusts to the dynamics of any situation or relationship, adapting their behavior to match the needs of the moment without compromising their principles or values. Whether in a tense negotiation, a social gathering, or a conflict, the Stoic remains grounded, calm, and unshaken, choosing their responses based on wisdom rather than impulse. This ability to adapt without losing one's essence is a key trait of Stoic resilience. It is the art of embracing life's fluidity while staying anchored in personal integrity, ensuring that external circumstances do not dictate your inner state or actions. The Stoic does not mold to others for approval or fear of rejection, but instead approaches each situation with clarity, purpose, and self-possession, much like water carving its path without losing its true form. By understanding these dynamics, you can navigate social situations with grace and influence, all while maintaining your inner peace. Number 7. Stoicism and social interactions. Stoicism offers invaluable guidance when it comes to navigating social interactions, particularly in maintaining your mental clarity amidst the chaos of external circumstances. The core principle of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. We cannot control the actions, opinions, or emotions of others, but we can always control our own reactions and behaviors. This fundamental insight empowers the Stoic to engage in social exchanges without becoming emotionally entangled or overly reactive. Rather than being swept away by the volatility of others' moods or words, the Stoic remains grounded, focusing on what they can influence: their own behavior, speech, and emotional response. By maintaining an inner calm and choosing thoughtful responses, the Stoic ensures that their mental state remains undisturbed by external forces. This approach not only strengthens their personal resolve, but also fosters an atmosphere of peace and stability in social environments, allowing them to engage more meaningfully and constructively without losing their sense of self. When faced with hostility, they respond with calm. When met with kindness, they acknowledge it without attachment. This balance allows the Stoic to remain grounded, unaffected by external chaos. As Marcus Aurelius advised, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Your conduct becomes your message, and your actions serve as the lens through which others perceive you. In a world filled with noise and superficiality, how you carry yourself speaks louder than any words you could say. Stoicism teaches that true influence comes not from what you claim, but from what you embody in your daily life. When you consistently act with wisdom, patience, and integrity, others are not merely drawn to your ideas, but are inspired by your example. Stoic principles, such as practicing self-control, emotional resilience, and ethical behavior, transcend external validation and invite others to see a model of inner strength and clarity. The calm in your demeanor, the restraint in your responses, and the purposeful way in which you navigate challenges all send a powerful message. You become a beacon of grounded wisdom in a chaotic world. By living according to these principles, you don't just understand others at a surface level. You influence them on a deeper, more transformative level, inspiring them to follow a similar path toward personal growth and inner peace. Number 8. Empathy and observation. True empathy transcends mere emotional resonance. It is the ability to understand and perceive another's experience without becoming entangled in their emotions. A Stoic's empathy is not about absorbing the suffering or joy of others, but rather about recognizing their feelings, acknowledging their circumstances, and offering understanding from a place of clarity and inner peace. This delicate balance allows the Stoic to extend compassion without losing themselves in the emotional turmoil of others. By blending empathy with keen observation, the Stoic remains grounded, unaffected by the turbulence of others' emotions, while still offering support and care. In this way, empathy becomes not an emotional burden, but a rational response to another's state, rooted in wisdom and strength. This perspective enables the Stoic to maintain their composure, help others without personal involvement in their struggles, and offer guidance that is both loving and objective. It is empathy, but with the added dimension of self-control, allowing the Stoic to offer solace without being swept away in the emotional current. By practicing active observation, you tune into the subtle details of their experience, the tone of their voice, the rhythm of their speech, the weight of their pauses. This mindful attention not only deepens your understanding but builds genuine connection. Number 9. Body language secrets. The body, in its silent language, speaks truths that words cannot always convey, offering a deeper insight into a person's emotional state or unspoken thoughts. Every gesture, no matter how subtle, holds significance. A clenched jaw, for instance, often signals suppressed anger or frustration, a silent attempt to restrain emotional outbursts. Similarly, crossed arms might indicate defensiveness, as the body instinctively shields itself from perceived threats, even if the words spoken are calm or neutral. These nonverbal cues are instinctual and primal, revealing raw emotions that the conscious mind may try to mask or control. The Stoic, observing these physical signals with a discerning eye, can perceive the underlying emotions at play, enabling them to respond with greater understanding and clarity. By tuning into this silent communication, one can gain a profound awareness of another's true feelings, going far beyond the surface-level conversation. This is the body's eloquent storytelling at its most potent, a language of the soul that speaks louder than words ever could. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of observing external cues, whether they be body language, facial expressions, or tone of voice, without rushing to judgment. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of emotional detachment, where one learns to separate external events from their internal reactions. By observing these cues impartially, without immediately labeling them as good or bad, the Stoic develops a deeper understanding of the emotions or motivations driving the person before them. This level of awareness allows you to respond not from a place of reactivity or assumption, but with deliberate and thoughtful action. You begin to tailor your responses to align with the emotional state of the other person, offering empathy and understanding without becoming swept up in their feelings. In this way, Stoicism transforms interactions into opportunities for connection, guided by wisdom rather than impulse. Number 10. Interpretative skills for life. Reading people transcends the boundaries of mere social skill. It becomes a philosophy for life itself. At its core, this ability allows you to interpret the unspoken layers of human behavior, giving you a deeper understanding of the world around you. By mastering this art, you are not only equipped to navigate complex social landscapes, but also to handle the inevitable challenges that arise in every aspect of life. You can discern motivations, anticipate reactions, and respond thoughtfully, which empowers you to resolve conflicts before they escalate. This insight fosters not only smoother interactions, but also the foundation for more meaningful, authentic relationships. By understanding the deeper currents that drive people, whether in professional, personal, or casual environments, you can connect more deeply and make decisions that are aligned with both your values and the unspoken needs of others, ensuring greater harmony and personal growth. Stoicism reminds us that life itself is a series of interpretations. It is not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them, said Epictetus. Similarly, it is not people who confuse us, but our failure to understand their motives and emotions. Through deliberate practice, the art of reading people evolves from a passive skill into an active, intentional pursuit. It is not merely about observing. It is about cultivating a keen awareness that can be applied consistently across all interactions. Each conversation, every encounter, becomes an opportunity to deepen your understanding of human nature. The more you practice, the more finely tuned your perception becomes, allowing you to see beneath the surface of emotions, motives, and behaviors. With each interaction, you begin to recognize patterns, nuances, and subtle shifts that reveal the true state of mind of those around you. This practice doesn't only improve your ability to read others, it also enhances your capacity for empathy and emotional intelligence. You learn not to judge people by fleeting moments or isolated actions, but to appreciate the context and the layers that shape their behavior. Over time, this becomes second nature, turning every interaction into a chance for personal growth as you gain a deeper understanding of others and, ultimately, yourself. Conclusion: to read people without them knowing is not an act of manipulation, but of mastery. It is the art of seeing beyond the surface, of understanding without judgment, and of connecting without attachment. Stoicism provides the tools to achieve this: self-awareness, mindful observation, and empathetic detachment. As you walk the path of the Stoic, you will find that the world opens itself to you in ways you never imagined. People become not enigmas to solve, but stories to understand. And in understanding them, you will find a deeper understanding of yourself. The journey begins now. Open your eyes, quiet your mind, and let the wisdom of Stoicism guide you.